I think Telethar was thinking about turning in that smith and realized, wait, I don't actually have the smith to turn in. Yeah. And I don't know why else he would flute to 2 there. Maybe he just accidentally fluted to 2, meant to flute to 1. That's also possible. Gonna take that Desert Palace small key, and we're gonna see what's over here.
Desert map in desert.
Well, we now know it's
Hera.
a crystal. Of course, we already knew that. Yeah, so that's 2 crystals for tstew.
Oh,
And Telethar doesn't have
right side desert.
Yeah, Telethar doesn't have that Hera big key, and of course, without the hookshot, we can't sequence break it. For his sake, I hope he doesn't find the hookshot before the big key, because that tempered sword is a really nice find. I mean, I guess we could find the 4th sword before that, which, in case it wouldn't matter nearly as much. And tstew also going to check that small key. And there's the smith for Telethar. So he'll get that Swamp Palace big key. So we'll be even up once, if and when we go through Swamp Palace.
Okay, so I went to check Telethar's vow to see what was in Lava Chest. It was Bombos.
Oh, that could be significant. That was the mire entrance.
Yes, it was.
So that could be significant. It also gives him access to Ice Palace. Oh, there's the other side of Bumper Ledge. Or Bumper Cave. tstew's going to go ahead and follow it.
Alright, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're back. Let's try to get you caught up on what we missed. We found Bombos in the TR Lava chest. There was a sword in the Hera big chest.
Now we're really looking for a hammer.
Yeah, we're gonna go into Pendant Misery Mire now.
I mean, it's an 8-item check. Okay, we'll call it a 6 item check since we don't have a big key. It would actually be 9 de facto since it's green pendant if we did find the big key. tstew hasn't been in Thieves Town at all, so he doesn't have that. So he's missing the goodies that were in there, the Cane of Samaria and the silver arrows. I imagine when he gets there, he just finishes it, even though he'd be leaving the big chest orphaned. Frankly, I think that's the play right now. Let's get into Thieves Town.
Oh.
Big key to Turtle Rock.
Big key. Wow. So we have to come in here.
Do we? We still have our pendants that we don't know if Turtle Rock is a crystal. It is a crystal? Okay.
Yeah.
What, did we see it on Telethar when he was in there?
C on both sides, yeah.
Well, then we do need that. You're absolutely right.
Okay, and a map check as well.
Yeah. So. And flippers.
Wow, okay.
We know we logically need the flippers. There was something... We had just found something in the Lake Hylia, in the ferry upgrade island.
Eastern big
yeah,
key, though we don't know about Eastern.
I guess we don't know if Eastern.
Yeah. Just 50 rupees in purple chest.
tstew's... where was Thieves Town? The tstew hasn't been there yet. Because he's looking like he's having a think moment.
Forgot where it was.
Maybe it was in the Village of Outcasts area?
Like Telethar skipped cutscene chest.
Okay, so tstew knows that TR is a crystal, and Telethar does not. That's what we're hearing. Thank you, Relkin, for keeping us updated there. But yeah, if there's he still looks like he's mismarked something because he's sitting on that on that blue screen.
Telethar now sees the C on the screen. Or at least it's there on Telethar's screen. Another
Okay.
pod small.
Yeah, can't do the right side without the fire rod.
We haven't seen either rod, and we will need both of them.
That is true. tstew taking this opportunity to pick up a potion. Which makes sense considering how bad a location that is.
Yeah.
Ah, there's Thieves Town.
Okay, it was
at
spiral
the
top.
spiral entrance. I imagine he will finish this dungeon.
Yeah. We're earning dungeon entrances. We still haven't found the back of Skull Woods. We haven't found Laser Bridge, and we haven't found GT.
And Telethar is going to go ahead and finish Eastern, which, you know, since he just got the big key, makes a lot of sense. So we're going to get 2 dungeon clears at about the same time.
2 out of 3 chance of being a pendant right now. Since we know 6 of our crystals.
Okay, what do we got here? Just rupees in the big chest.
We're going to see some new checks on tstew's side, and we're going to soon see what the what we get out of Eastern Palace. If it was worth it.
Yeah. Either, you know, if it's a crystal, it's worth it. If there's an item on Armos Nice, it's worth it. That reasonable chance that neither is going to be true. Small key to Hyrule Castle. That wasn't worth. It is a crystal, though.
That means Swamp Palace and Ice Palace are both pendants.
Yick. Well, we still don't have a small key to Swamp Palace, so maybe we never find that.
Well, it looks like
Ice is a little scarier because Ice Palace likes to have things in it. It likes to make you go in there without a hammer to do it.
Yeah. Hammer, fire rod, ice rod. I think that's all we're missing.
Yeah, we won't need a hook shot. We won't. I mean, we might need a hook shot, but if we need a hook shot, it'll be to do something like hook shot cave to get an item. We don't need it directly for a dungeon.
Yeah. Well, Telethar is going to get silvers here.
Could have had those a long time ago. Yeah, unless we have to kill Vitreous, those silvers will only be useful for Ganon. And does Blind give us anything use? Nope, just a compass. I mean, it's not the worst compass ever. Yeah, this tower is not the easiest dungeon to count, but...
Right. And that is crystal number 3.
We'll see if tstew decides to pick up the bomb. It's in such a convenient spot to do so. I think he's maybe hasn't done all these entrances though, so it possibly does that first. Telethar will do Dark Cross now. Yeah, this looks like the big bomb turn-in.
I don't think... Oh, yeah, we have full knowledge.
Yeah, tstew looks like he has full knowledge, having done that map check. Or will have... No, he will have full knowledge once he either beats Eastern or gets an Eastern map. Has to get that Eastern big key first, though. And Telethar heading into Ice Palace.
Yeah, with that. Now, that Bombos Medallion is logically behind all 4 TR smalls. We've not seen the 4th one, and one of them is behind 6 pot smalls. But at this point, runners don't care about the logic.
It only becomes... Well, I mean, you care about the logic, but you don't base your decisions on a piece of logic like that, because there's plenty of places those keys could be. And
yeah, right. I see what you mean. But yeah, we do need that big bomb. The back of Skull Woods is inside a Pyramid Theory.
I mean, the game was kind of screaming that might be required. Powder is an interesting item.
Let's see, Magic Bat is at the Useless Fairy today.
It's a nice place for those silver arrows. And we are going to sequence break this because we don't have a fire on. It's a pretty easy sequence break. That's a relatively easy bomb jump. Light the torch, and then you can do the other ones easy enough. I'd be more worried for tstew, the fact that he only has 4 hearts at the moment. I do think he has a blue bottle, so he could use that if he gets into trouble.
Yeah.
Could have grabbed a heart pot there, which actually I think would have been useful, just because it would actually give him one more hit to give on Moth. Moth doing 2 hearts of damage. Oh, he's just gonna use the cape. Never mind. He's fine. Like, you know, the cape won't run out of his magic will go drain very slowly as long as he keeps swinging that sword. Just needs to get Moth off of the spikes. Yeah, this was fine. Crystal number 4.
All right, last check in ice. Palace Iltos is just 50 rupees.
Yeah, so nothing in ice. And really, item-wise, nothing in Skullwoods either. But it was a crystal we had to do. So. tstew at some point needs to get over to Misery Mire. I forget where Misery Mire is, though.
Arrow game.
Okay. And that'll give him his flippers and that Turtle Rock Big Key, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You only have 1 bottle, I believe it's full.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen any other bottles.
Ew,
ooh,
a book from
Hobo.
Ugh, and that's in logic because we have the flippers from an in logic location. So late books are the worst. I mean, this isn't super late, but it's still late enough that we've already been by all the areas you would want to use that.
Yeah.
And be out of the way to go back to them. Okay, we'll probably get to see what's in that fish. Telethar got this a long time ago.
Yeah, just we
I'm
had
guessing
those
it's
tech
nothing.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20 rupees. Yeah, with that book showing up, I know what chat's thinking of. And that thing you're thinking of, well, it can't have the hammer, but... Oh, second
Ice Rod
cast
is
guitar
always a
small.
possibility.
But Ice Rod and Fire Rod are both possible. Well, Fire Rod depending on where remaining pod and TR smalls are.
Ice Rod always possible. The fact is, though, tstew has the mirror. At some point, maybe he goes back for the big chest in Skullwoods, and that would be the time to go get it. Go check it, so... If it comes to it, I imagine he could consider doing those 2 checks at the same time. Telethar gonna follow that book, because why not? Telethar does know where Thieves Town is. I believe also knows where Hera is, so I'm a little surprised he's not doing some of those dungeons. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to wait until you can full clear both of them. You know, we're missing the small key from Hera, and of course, the hammer from Thieves Town. But, you know, at some point, you just gotta start clearing dungeons and cut your losses on that sort of thing. Ah, yes, doesn't
I know
have
Hera
Hera Big
Big
yet.
and did what he
What
could
is
do
Hera Big?
already, so nothing else. Hera Big is chest minigame, and I can't remember where that was. Oh yeah, Duff Mountain.
Oh,
In
light
the fairy
laser. Okay,
ascension.
laser bridge.
Yeah.
And tstew with all these small keys is just going to go ahead and do Turtle Rock from the front and keep going.
Go to Laser Bridge. One of our most checked dense locations remaining.
Also have to be careful of the chain chomps. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A
Whoa,
lot of damage
that
with
double. Yeah, that double hit there.
Okay, well, I mean, if I'm pretty certain he's seen at least one of the other 2 entrances, so he could choose. Yeah, he's just gonna leave and do it from the middle.
Continue there. Yeah, we're still on Greenmail after an hour and 23. We did see armor on Zora Ledge, but not really
Neither one's neither one's gonna be going back for that. Okay, so we're gonna get Fake Flipper over here from tstew is gonna get some good stuffs over here.
All right, Laser Ridge Bloopy, another pod small.
I'm more interested to see where this spits Telethar out. Okay, there's that Eastern Palace big key for tstew. I imagine he'll go do that relatively
The
soon.
hammer. And no, not gonna check it.
At this point, it could be Ganon's tower entrance. So, like, it could be something he can't go back to. But if he's going to save and quit anyway, yeah, I think you check it. So,
Yeah, that's
I'm a little surprised. tstew down to 2 hearts, going for lava chest. Not ideal.
Oh yeah, Telethar doesn't have the. Oh wait. Oh wait, tstew has a Randomizer, so I can't go to Laser Bridge right now. Unfortunately, so won't be able to get the hammer.
Yeah, needs that TR big key.
It's going to get Bombos here, though. Just don't die to the laser.
Okay, we're fine now.
Okay, so that's what took us to Turtle Rock, the woman house connector. Whatever that's called. A mirror to...
So if tstew goes and he's been prioritizing dungeons. It wouldn't surprise me if he just goes and does Eastern right now, and that will give him the rest of his pendant crystal knowledge if he does that. Yep, and here it is. Also of note, we have not found GT.
Yeah. Could be vanilla for all we know.
It could be. It can happen. I've multiple times have vanilla GT, so.
Yeah. Telethar is going to finish these down. He does have the hammer.
Yeah, so this is going to be a big moment if one of those rods are in the big chest. As tstew is not coming back for that anytime in the near future, or probably even in the distant future.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was nothing else in Turtle Rock. Sorry, in Thieves Town. The importance of Thieves Town being that it does open up that big bomb, and we now know that that's required for the back of Skullwoods.
This will be crystal number 5 for tstew.
Yeah, it's built up a pretty decent crystal lead, but with those rods still outstanding and not having the hammer or the flippers, flippers probably not hard required, but they're in a place where he does need to go. They're in Misery Mire, and there's a Turtle Rock big key that he needs to get to over there. Okay, big moment here. It's small key to GT.
Oh,
okay.
Just GT. Not gonna worry about that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you route it correctly, you can do all of GT with just 2 small keys. So, and there's 4 available. So the odds of that having any impact on the race are pretty slim.
All right, tstew is now going to Misery Mire, gonna get the flippers, gonna get the TR big key.
Yeah, this is really good for tstew.
Yeah, not much left. I mean, the first chest in Swamp's a thing.
There's more of Ice Palace available, now that the hammer's available.
Yeah.
At this point, it's only 2 locations, though.
Yeah, just the cold stare and the map chest. So we still don't have the big key.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen tstew go to the Skullwoods big chest.
No,
I don't imagine he goes back there.
Important.
Yeah, it wasn't, but if he gets, when he gets the book, which I forget where it was, but he's probably going to get that soon, he might pair that with a ped check. Now we're going to get second item, Castle Tower.
And Telethar will be able to check the second chest. And tstew is going for cutscene chest, which is, I believe, something that
yeah,
Telethar
you
skips.
just in key sanity modes, you almost never skip this. Ooh, there's a fire rod in Castle Tower. That's important. We'll see when tstew gets to that.
Yeah, that
does
be
leave
a while.
us on an ice rod hunt. Good old-fashioned ice rod hunt. And they're no better in cross keys than they are in other modes. In fact, if anything, they're worse.
Yeah. Let's just hope fetch quest things don't show up.
So Telethar gonna go ahead and finish pod.
To finish this off.
And that makes sense.
Check the big chest first. Oh wait, no, we already did. All right,
No,
the
he
big
has to
key
do
was here.
harmless hellway.
Check harmless hellway first. Yeah.
This route's relatively cleanly into going to the back. It's not quite as ideal as being able to do the big key chest as your extra check, but not terrible either. Tstew almost out of checks over here in Mire. We'll see where he decides to go next.
Okay, Tstew's now got the flippers. I remember where Swamp Palace was. I was a sick kid.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the hammer, so there's not a whole lot he can do with Swamp. Telethar could end up in Swamp relatively soon, though. Since he's got that hammer, could full clear the front of the dungeon. No hookshot to go in the back.
Oh, no small key either.
We don't have the small key. Then, yeah, well, we have one chest then.
Yeah.
For both runners.
I don't think we've seen the Swamp Small.
No, I don't think we have.
Unless it showed up when we were having all the tech issues, but I don't think we saw it.
Yeah, it's not impossible that happened, but I'm gonna assume that did not happen. We use some bombs to start the Helmasaur fight here.
We need to... Each bomb is the equivalent of 4 hammer hits. Using the silver arrow to kill it in 1 hit. This will be...
That's where the book is, okay.
4th crystal. And
Just 300 rupees, so... Okay, looks like Tstew is also going to do the laser bridge check.
Just like that, Telethar's catching up on Tstew.
Tstew just feels like a little bit more on path to get the things that Telethar has. Telethar still needs to grab that big bomb. That's going to be a pretty big one. Let's see if this entrance is anything, though.
I don't think Tstew's checked this yet.
No, because he's had the bombos a lot less long.
Yeah. Yeah.
English failing me.
Words are hard.
And it's absolutely nothing.
One of those random fairy caves on Death Mountain.
Hope Tstew shows us where Laser Bridge spits out.
Yeah.
Okay. Telethar, where are you heading? Into the Dark World. Hammer Page entrance is a thing.
Yeah, the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, he's got the fire rod. Yeah, he can do Ped, he can do back of Skull Woods. So he has a lot of things over here.
Okay, Tstew. We're still on green mail, so these lasers do 4 hearts.
Trying to be very judicious with his cape use. Gets his hammer.
There's the hammer.
Looks like he is going to check this.
Oh! Nice.
That's pretty funny. A little high five there. It's actually as convenient for Tstew checking this out. We'll see. He'd also do the ped check. No, Tstew not thinking about doing that ped check. Telethar is going to do it. And it's just a map.
Just a map.
So, yeah.
Right, so don't need to worry about that.
We'll save a little bit of time for not having done that. Okay,
Oh,
so
here's
T-Stu can
the
start doing hammer
yeah,
entrances.
the hammer strikes.
Oh, hi,
Oh,
GT.
here's GT.
Oh boy. Well, we know Fire Rod's not
20,
here. They're both gonna get in here at about the same time. There's a big key.
22 checks available to us. Or, I mean, 27.
Oh gosh, big key sitting on the torch. Now, logically, these checks that Telethar is about to do, with the exception of the fire bar room, we don't have the hook shot to put these in logic.
Yeah, thing. We
Also,
have
the
all 27
GT,
checks available, but they're not all in logic.
and the GT climb is only we can only get to the last chest if we can hover. And given that neither runner even attempted to hover hookshot cave, I'm gonna guess that neither one's gonna be doing any hovering anytime soon.
Oh, shield and tile room. And T2 is not gonna go continue on right side out of logic.
Yeah, you need technically you need the fire rod. And one of the things that we're looking for, hard required, is that fire rod. So it's a little less likely for him that that's going to pay off. But you know, with the ice rod being the other thing he's looking for, it's certainly possible for that ice rod to be there. We'll see if he does more of the sequence breaking to the left. The problem is we're looking for an ice rod, so the logic doesn't really matter because the ice rod can be basically anywhere.
Yep.
And Telethar is going to do this completely in logic.
And we have... oh wait, we have 3 small keys so far.
Right, so there's a couple of things that we're going to check out of logic. This fire bar room is actually is in logic with the boots, but not in logic because of the small key situation.
Yeah.
But with 3 small keys, it's
part.
very easy to clear everything.
Yeah. Long as you just don't unlock the room door between...
Oh,
Oh,
there's
there it
the ice
is.
rod behind the fire rod. Oh, that's...
With the 3rd Misery Mire smoking another bottle.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's go mode for Telethar, except that okay. It's
Doing a
item
map
go
check
mode.
and it's...
It's item go mode for Telethar. He still needs to get that big bomb to get to Skullwoods.
Oh, yeah.
So, T-Stu not out of it yet. That ether does absolutely nothing.
Well, Telethar still doesn't have the Hera big key, and the hook shot has not shown
Good
up.
point. That's not go mode for Telethar. That's no mode for us. I keep forgetting that he doesn't have that Hera big key. Because I know T-Stu had it really, really early.
Another bottle in Rando room.
And Telethar is out of GT. I'll be really curious to see if T-Stu goes back in and sequence breaks the right side. It's a shame that finding an ice rod there won't tell him anything about where the fire rod is. Yeah, that location for the ice rod is really bad for T-Stu. I don't know if he'll sequence break that right side. And even when he gets the fire rod, not exactly the quickest place. I mean, it's not a terrible place. It is 4 items, but not ideal to get back to.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh no,
there's the
Swamp Palace
Swamp
small key is
Small.
not what you want to find if you're T-Stu. That could be a huge wild goose chase for him. We now know there's nothing that we care about in Swamp. The good news is, since we don't have the hook shot, he probably isn't full clearing. The bad news is trying to do left side without the hook shot is really annoying.
Single arrow and okay, there's our last pod small.
Yeah, I imagine T-Stew goes and finishes pod before committing to anything else. So yeah, it is not going to go ahead and not going to sequence break that right side.
And not climb either.
I completely support not climbing. Not having that hook shot. Yeah, he's going right
Yeah,
into
going
Pendant Swamp.
right in there, yeah.
We just hope he doesn't find the hook shot here. Blue mail's nice.
Oh, hey, that's nice.
And again, the fact that he's missing an ice rod makes it irrelevant that that small key was behind fire rod or hook shot. Oh, he's leaving. Okay, that's probably good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that the small key is behind one of fire rod or hook shot. One of the things he's looking for is the fire rod, so it makes it a little less likely the fire rod would be available to him.
But yeah, I'm gonna go finish pod.
But yeah, the fact that it's ice rod he's missing though, kind of makes all that irrelevant because to T-Stew's thought process, that ice rod could easily be in Swamp Palace. It doesn't matter that the small key is behind what it's behind in terms of the ice rod.
Yeah, Telethar brain, no hook shot.
Yep.
It'd be hard to do an hour and 42 minutes into a seed.
Be really good for T-Stew if the hook shot were here. Really bad for Telethar. Although he doesn't have the Swamp Small yet, so it doesn't do much for him other than maybe going back to Hookshot Cave. So yeah, I don't know who's better off at this point. Like, they're both missing items in locations that I don't know when either one is going to get back to. Plus, Telethar missing the entrance to Skull Woods.
So might be Telethar heading towards the bomb shop.
Yeah, this will get him Skull Woods, which would be good for him. And then he'd just be looking for Hera Big Key or a hook shot. Yeah, I don't know what else he'd be doing over here. So this is going to be Big Bomb. So he's going to get back to Skull Woods. And he'll be able to do it normal.
T-Stew's now got 6 crystals, but is looking for 2 rods.
Mm-hmm. And
One
one
of which
leads directly
is
to the other.
behind the other.
Okay, so he could do more swamp, but he knows he can only get... He's only likely to find a ice rod there. He had Castle Tower is where he needs to go. He hasn't done any of Ice Palace, so he could go to Ice Palace, which would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Ice Palace probably looking pretty good right now. I mean, it's 8 items for him. Well, no, it's not. It's 7 items because we don't have the big key. Telethar, on the other hand, probably is going to be stuck on Green Mail, Master Sword, Silvers for the Ganon fight. Because with only Hera needing... only need to finish Hera. And the Temper Sword in the big chest, I don't imagine
Yeah.
he checks that. And if he finds the hook shot instead of the big key, he won't even be able to check it. Yep, this is Ice Palace for tstew. He's gonna full clear this except the big chest. Okay, let's see where Telethar goes now.
Back to CAC. And what was here? Oh, okay.
Well, he can't do anything here. He doesn't have
Yeah.
the small key.
It's the one chest.
So he will get his blue mail at least, so that's nice.
Yeah, that'll help for Ganon. Hera Big or Hook. We know Hera Big is on East Stuff Mountain. But we don't know where the hook shot is.
Yeah, hook shot not needed for this seed at all.
Oh, back to GT.
Not good for Telethar. Especially if he does find a hook shot, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's a hook shot on the climb. We'll get the swamp small key, so he might abandon GT for that. As big keys are like ice rods. They can be anywhere but the chests they're in and the doors that they lock.
Speaking of ice rod-like items, there's the mushroom.
That actually could be good for tstew because Castle Tower is kind of near where the potion shop is.
Yeah.
So if he turns in that mushroom and prioritizes going after it, he would be he'd be in the right spot to go get his fire rod. It's a bomb jump placement I don't think I've seen before. It obviously works.
Yeah.
All right, so tstew is going to go ahead and finish this dungeon. Fortunately for him, we know that the answer is not the Ice Palace big chest. So it is a big waste of time for him to be in here. It is his most item dense area, outside of going to the right side of GT or climbing. Actually, those are only if you do both of them would those be more dense anyway.
Oh, hey, Bugnet. I think we already saw that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw that. Fortunately, tstew does have a tempered sword to make this fight relatively quick. Well, it's not able to keep the puffs in the corner well, but does recover nicely. Small key to Ganon's Tower.
Okay.
So that's all the Ganon's Tower small keys.
Yeah,
Which,
Hera's
you know,
small
once
key,
he gets the fire rod, that might take him back to GT sooner, because it does mean that compass room is fully in logic for him.
Yeah.
But he's got other ideas first.
Found all the small keys except Hera. Now back to Swamp.
Yeah, not really surprised from Telethar. Like, he doesn't have to think about that logic. Like, for him, that small key is in logic, because he does have the fire rod. Might get a sword here. Like always a sword and swamp, right? Kind
Yeah.
of running out of places where a sword could be, so.
Okay, turning in the mushroom.
Yeah, he hasn't done this powder check, so he's gonna do that, and then we'll see where he
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
But yeah, I think he's gonna head to the mountain, check the potion shop for the mushroom, turn in, and then again, no guarantee he goes into Castle Tower, but he will be in the right area for it.
Fire Rod is in the second chest of Castle Tower, which is on East Death Mountain.
The potion shop is, in fact, Castle Tower small. He doesn't make him think of Castle Tower. I don't know what else
Yeah.
would. And he can just
Oh, yeah,
walk up there.
didn't.
I forget which connector takes you up there, but he's just gonna flute up there.
Yeah. Yeah, and use the mirror. Oh, there's Cane of Burna.
We do have Spike Cave somewhere that I don't think we've actually checked.
Yeah, it's dark shopping. All Mimic Caves over there, too.
Oh, that's right. We had the double hammer thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news for Telethar, because, Hookshot would open the rest of Swamp Palace, but for him, he doesn't care. He'll just Harapot if he finds it.
Yeah.
We're about to see the mushroom check over here from tstew. This entrance in particular is a connector. I don't know if tstew looks like he was one of the ones that he did pop out of it. They must have both.
Yeah, they did.
So this is the potion shop here. Might as well fill your bottles while you're at it.
Yeah.
Or your bottle. I guess he's got 2 now.
Okay, here's a mirror. Oh, there's the Harrismall on left side swamp.
Oh, that's really gross. Where does this connector go? I forget.
I don't think we've seen this connector.
We've seen
taken.
it.
I don't remember where it goes.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, last check in swamp for Telethar. Is it a hook shot? It is a big key to ice. Oh, that's
Oh.
gross. Oh, okay, so we're on, yeah, so now he can just mirror. Yeah, this is really smart, the way tstew did this. He's able to check these all at the same time.
Going back for the big chest.
Going back for the big chest. Okay. This is, I mean, it's not that much worse than going that little part of Castle Tower, so yeah, I can see trying to route this in.
Yeah, just trying to clean
I'm just
up,
gonna delay him a little bit
mountain.
more. If Telethar finds it, it's kind of a race between, tstew getting to that second. Well, it's not even just that, because he's got to get the fire rod and follow it to GT basement. Telethar just needs to either find the hookshot or the Hera Big, and this could be the hookshot here. Like, there's no reason this couldn't be hookshot.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty clean routing from tstew, but wow, this is such a long check. The Castle Tower one is a lot quicker, but I mean, could have been the answer. So, and just a mirror shield for Telethar. I'm beginning to wonder if that hookshot's just sitting there on the top, in one of those first 3 chests on the GT climb.
It's starting to look like it.
They're really running out of place. It could be in the Ice Palace big chest. And in fact, this might be an Ice Palace check for Telethar. Because he does have a few locations there that we have not seen. Yeah, guys, for him it'd be 3 checks.
This is
One of
going to be
which we have
Castle
not seen.
Tower.
Okay, so tstew gonna get the first part of the puzzle. But if
Back to Ice
hookshot's in,
Palace
yeah,
goes Telethar.
if hookshot's in Ice Palace Big Chest, then Telethar's just in go mode with that. Hey, that's a fire rod for tstew. Let's see where he takes it.
Yeah, and Ice Rod Hunt begins now.
He'll be really, really close if he goes straight to GT, but he's not.
Loading to 7. I don't remember what's over here. Turtle Rock, yeah.
Oh, yeah, front of Turtle Rock. That makes sense. Why not look for the ice rod in Turtle Rock? But it is following the fire rod, so that's good. Oh, and there's that mushroom for Telethar. You did this, tstew. Pretty certain you did this.
Yeah.
Easy to forget that you've done this. Okay, about to another moment of truth here as we find out what's in this big chest. Just bombs. So Ice Palace is not an answer for Telethar.
I was gonna go back to GT first at this point.
I mean, for tstew, there's more incentive for him to go back to GT.
Yeah.
For Telethar, it's just the climb, I think. And it's, without the hookshot, it's not a good climb. But yeah, we're running out of places. It's looking more and more like the hookshot just sitting there up in the climb, and tstew's never gonna have to climb because there's no way you climb before doing right side GT.
Right.
What is this?
Takes you to the
This
Thieves
is.
Town
I would say this is a better
entrance.
connector than even
Yeah,
taking the
faster way
portal.
to
So this is good.
go into the Dark World.
Yeah, looks like tstew is headed that. I mean, I can't imagine what else this would be. Yep, gonna head and go get his. He's gonna go get his ice rod. So timer on Telethar now has to either find that hookshot or go back to East Death Mountain where the Hera Big Key is. And this is, like the Turtle Rock back entrance is not exactly in the quickest spot ever, but like this is not going to be a very long go mode for tstew.
$8 heading into the Dark Shopping Mall to check those hammer
Right,
checks.
we have those 2 hammer checks. Those are very reasonable to check because you can do Mimic Cave and then you can just save and quit out of Spike Cave.
And at
And
1 hour,
tstew-
58 minutes, and 49 seconds, tstew's in go mode.
Oh, and he gets an extra blue potion to boot. Decides to do those extra checks. He doesn't need it, but not a bad pickup.
Trinex isn't that far away. The laser bridge is up the back of Skull Woods.
Yep. Yeah, one of these has to be hookshot for Telethar to be still in this. Because, Hera's a pretty quick dungeon.
Yeah, and it's right there in CAC.
There's, of course, we have the bad Skullwoods layout. Oh, it is the
there
hookshot!
it is.
Wow. Oh, this is going to be really close.
And remember, Telethar's still on Master Sword. He's not
That
getting
is
tempered.
significant. Yeah, that's significant here. It's less significant with the silvers, but it is still significant. Tsu is going to get to try next first. We'll see how long this Harapot takes for Telethar. Gets it right away with the nice new setup.
Oh, it is a new setup.
Yeah, that's the new setup. It's been around for about a month or so. It's much easier than any of the other setups that I've seen. At least with the bombs. I can't even do the hook speed one, so that's kind of irrelevant for me. They are going to be entering Ganon at very close to the same time.
Whoa.
Yeah, careful, Telethar.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay, so tstew is going to get his crystal ever slightly before Telethar.
4 seconds apart.
tstew is going to have to mirror before he flutes, though, to wherever he's going to flute to.
Yeah. So Ganon is at the sanctuary.
At Sync, which is not an ideal flute spot. Oh, not true. I forgot. It spit him out in the light world because that's where the main entrance to Turtle Rock is. So it looks like tstew definitely has the advantage here. Gonna get there just a little bit quicker, but also with that tempered sword. Just half a screen ahead, if that.
Wow, they're going to drop in just about simultaneously here.
Yeah, somewhere Telethar made up some extra time. Maybe got a spin speed that looks like he got a spin speed that tstew was not getting.
Telethar going to go with the Samaria strats. Okay, that's a good position. Oh, tstew's already on to phase 2.
Yeah, this is going to really show the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword.
Yeah, tstew's already on phase 3, and Telethar's still on phase 1.
That's a lot of warps. Come on, Ganon.
Now, Telethar is going to get these same patterns too.
So that's not gonna change anything. It's just frustrating for the runners.
Alright, gonna get a double here. Gets Torch Glitch. And now
Very
just
nice
gotta
fight
cross
from
the bridge. Get your GGs in chat for tstew. Gonna get a crucial win for being on pot over OK Dudes, which already clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah, finishing with an official race time of 2:03:25. Meanwhile, Telethar in phase 3. And nice finish from Telethar. And Telethar will finish with an official race time of 2:04:15. So that finish, like, I wasn't expecting that finish. Like, it was so hard to say who was gonna, find their go mode first, given the locations that they need to get to.
51 seconds apart.
And we do have Telethar joining us. Looks like tstew is sitting there. Yep, and we have both our runners, tstew and Telethar. Really close race with a really wild finish. GG's to both of you.
GG, guys.
GG.
So yeah, it kind of came down to tstew. You were looking for Fire Rod into Ice Rod. And I think that Fire Rod kind of gave you a clue as to where, you just followed that Fire Rod right away. Telethar, you needed to find either the hook shot or the Hera Big Key. We had no idea where the hook shot was until you found it.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
The other
you both
unfortunate,
dropped into the Ganon fight at the same time.
the other
Yeah.
unfortunate part about the getting the hook shot over the Big Key was that there was a third sword in Hera Big Chest.
Yep.
And in the end, since you did drop in the Ganon fight at the same time, granted,
Yeah.
I don't think you pick up that sword if you'd found the
No.
Big Key instead. At least not that late.
No. But yeah, I mean, the real unfortunate part was that there was an Ice Palace Big Key on left side swamp because I was never going to do Ice Palace otherwise. And
That makes sense.
There was 3 checks. Two of them were locked by the Big Key. One was locked by the hook shot. I was not going back there for any reason whatsoever.
That Swamp Small Key was such an interesting find, and tstew, you followed it for a second and then left. In your case, though, the fact was it was behind either the hook shot or the fire rod. In this case, it was, either one was available, as it turns out. But for you, it couldn't be fire rod, or was less likely to be fire rod, and could only really be ice rod. So, is that part of your reason for dipping out so quickly, or what was your thought process as you were in Swamp Palace for just a little bit?
I was mostly focusing on trying to get the fire rod, and I knew that I knew that the hammer was either fire rod locked or locked by Myra Small, so I wasn't really
right.
committing. I didn't want to commit to something that was hammer locked
Sure.
until I'd found it to be in logic. That's
Mhm.
so especially since Swamp's pretty slow, so I didn't really
Yeah.
want to do it.
That makes sense. And of course,
Why-
with no hook shot, we weren't going to the back, which probably was a good thing, honestly.
Why do you say that the hammer was fire locked or
It
Myra
was
Small?
on Laser Bridge, and the tier Big Key was on left side Meyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just forgot
that
about
makes
that once I
sense.
got the third Meyer key.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Plus, the small key itself, it was a good chance it was behind the fire rod. So, yeah, it would pretty much was going to be the ice rod only, because of course that could be anywhere.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I really checked any of the hammer locked locations, because it was still a nice recon at that point.
Yep. And was it the plan all along, once you found the fire rod, to just beeline those fire rod checks, the one in front of Turtle Rock and then in GT? I mean, there wasn't a lot left, to be honest.
Yeah, the other plays were climbing and going into swamp, and both of those were just much slower.
Yep. And of course, those 2 checks. So we'd pretty much forgotten those 2 checks, the 2 hammer checks over at Dark Shopping Mall, which were kind of funny, back to back. Both of you found them without the hammer.
Yeah, those were also just far away, and I didn't really want to do that either.
No, I don't blame you. And all it would have gotten you is, for you, getting the hook shot would have been bad, because that potentially leads you into all sorts of things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Whereas for Telethar, it was a go mode item. So, yeah, I think you found the hook shot, Telethar, as tstew was leaving with his ice rod. Yeah, because I remember saying that the only way Telethar is still in this if the ice rod is here. I'm sorry, if the hook shot is here.
Yeah.
And as it turned out, it was. So we had a race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just a cursed Ice Palace Big Key really is what it all came down to. Because I was honestly going to go do that entrance. It just, once I got Ice Palace Big Key, that was 4 checks in that direction that were in logic versus I assume that was the chest minigame at that entrance. I'm pretty sure that's the last item I had left.
Sounds right.
Yeah. I was like, it's either there or at GT, so whatever. I'll not do that first. I'll go to the wrong place first. But that's how it goes.
Yep.
GG's tstew.
GG's.
Yeah, that's Be Gone Pod at 21 points. Just 6 points behind OK Dudes for first place in the division now. I believe, have you had is this your first or second match of the week?
First.
I'm gonna have the schedule to see when your next one is, if it's been scheduled. It's Sunday at 6:10 p.m. Eastern. Dawn Vinner will represent Big On Pot, and Hitzian will represent OK Dudes. It should be another good race.
Yeah, a lot of nice matchups this week.
Yeah, we're on SpeedGaming Main. We've got Zeruvian and F. Coughlin and TM32 Godrat versus the Bomb Squad going on over there.
Yep. But yeah, anything else either one of you wants to add before we close this out?
Nope. Thanks for comms. Thanks for everything. And GG's again.
All right. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. I hope you all tune in to that other match going on right now. We're on SpeedGaming Main. But that'll be it for us. We do have several matches on the schedule tomorrow. Don't know who's getting a restream. With the early match being at 7:40 a.m., the Turtle Rockers versus the Eastern Skippers, Malxanthalos versus Dr. Martio. Oh, forgot about that Eastern. Yeah, the Eastern Skippers.
Yeah.
Early, those boots to the Moon Pro early on. Because you weren't getting that, as we now know, you weren't getting that hook shot to get that Moon Pro. So, nice hard required Eastern Palace. Then at 2 o'clock, 2:10, we have Potato Pouch versus Team Jaime, Brogor versus Dragon Strike, WJPDTV versus JKLOL, a battle of initials, or acronyms, or whatever. That'll be Will J. Bradley versus Radical Sniper. The second match between those two teams, with it being this time Leoria for JKLOL and In the Name of DT for WJPDTV. That'll be at 7 o'clock. And then also at 7 o'clock, Shackle's Digging Game versus Bolas Azulas, Hataka versus Kaide Rukawa. And 9 o'clock, 9:10, we have Jon Snow versus Oasi. Looks like that's brand new and just submitted because the team names aren't listed yet. And then at 10 o'clock, we have To Infinity and Pagog versus Don't Forget to Track Us. That'll be Will WC versus PRD Long. So a whole bunch of good races on the schedule for tomorrow. So don't miss any. Keep an eye on that SpeedGaming schedule to see what channels those are all on. Vexer, thank you for letting me join you. And
Absolutely.
Of course, huge shout outs to Relkin and Marcy doing the tracking. Trackers, always the MVPs behind the scenes, doing all the hard work for us. And of course, thanks to our runners for putting on a good show. And if you're not already following them, go ahead and we'll put the links in chat for you to go ahead and follow them. And yeah, we'll see you at the next race.
Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.